मोचयामास निगडात् विश्रब्धा कन्यका गिरा देवकीं वसुदेवं च दर्शयन् आत्मसौहृदम् देवकीं वसुदेवं च मोचयामास निगडात् दर्शयन् आत्मसौहृदम् देवकीं वसुदेवं च मोचयामास निगडात् दर्शयन् आत्मसौहृदम्
देवकीं वसुदेवं च दर्शयन्नात्मसौहृदम्
मोचयामास निगडात् विश्रब्धा कन्यका गिरा देवकीं वसुदेवं च
दर्शयन्नात्मसौहृदम् मोचयामास निगडात् विश्रब्ध कन्यका गिरा देवकीं वसुदेवं च दर्शयन्नात्मसौहृदम्
मोचयामास निगडात् विश्रब्धा कन्यका गिरा देवकीं वसुदेवं च दर्शयन्नात्मसौहृदम्
मोचयामासा Kamsa released them Nigadat from their iron shackles. Vishrabdaha with full confidence. Kanyaka gira in the words of the goddess Durga. Devaki toward his sister Devaki. Vasudevam cha and his brother-in-law Vasudeva. Darshayan fully exhibiting. Atma Sauridam is family relationship. Translation: fully believing in the words of the goddess Durga, Kamsa exhibited his familial affection for Devaki and Vasudeva by immediately releasing them from their own shackles. Please repeat. Fully believing in the words of the goddess Durga, Kamsa exhibited his familial affection for Devaki and Vasudeva by immediately releasing them from their iron shackles. Text 25. Bratu samanutaptasya Kshanta Rosha cha Devaki Vyasrajat Vasudevascha Prahasyatam Uvachaha. Bratuhu toward her brother Kamsa. Samanutaptasya because of his being regretful. Kshanta Rosha was relieved of anger. Cha also Devaki,
Devaki,
Krishna's mother Devaki,
Krishna's mother Devaki,
Vyasrijat, gave up, Vasudeva cha,
Vasudeva,
Vasudeva also,
Vasudeva also,
Prahasya, smiling,
smiling,
Tam,
Tam,
unto Kamsa,
unto Kamsa,
Uvacha,
Uvacha,
said,
said,
Ha,
Ah,
in the past.
in the past.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: when Devaki saw her brother actually repentant while explaining ordained events, she was relieved of all anger. Similarly, Vasudeva was also free from anger. Smiling, he spoke to Kamsa as follows. Please repeat. When Devaki
when Devaki
saw her brother
saw her brother
actually repentant
actually repented
while explaining
by explaining
ordained events, she was relieved of all anger. Similarly,
Similarly,
Vasudeva
Vasudeva
was also free
also free
from anger. Smiling,
smiling,
he spoke to Kamsa as follows. Purport: Devaki and Vasudeva, both highly elevated personalities, accepted the truth presented by Kamsa that everything is ordained by providence. According to the prophecy, Kamsa would be killed by the eighth child of Devaki. Therefore, Vasudeva and Devaki saw that behind all these incidents was a great plan devised by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because the Lord had already taken birth, just like a human child, and was in the safe custody of Yashoda, everything was happening according to plan, and there was no need to continue their ill feeling toward Kamsa. Thus, they accepted Kamsa's words. Om Gnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here Kamsa, now having seen that the eighth child of Devaki is a daughter, and she begged that let the child be given to her as a gift. He had already killed six of her first six children, and seventh one, Lord Balram, was transferred by the influence of Yoga Maya. So the eighth child, at least let her be saved. That was her prayer. But Kamsa was so cruel, he did not stop from his heinous act. He wanted to kill, but nobody can kill Durga. So she went up, exhibited her full form, and then told him, the child which is supposed to kill you has already appeared somewhere else. And don't be cruel to your sister, poor sister. So now Kamsa, fully believing in her words, Generally, asuras, demons, they are worshippers of Devi. So he was little astonished. How is it that the Durga has come as a daughter of the Devaki? So she must be really special. So he was a little respectful and he was repentant and he spoke wonderful philosophy that we are soul, we are not the body, and we are going through our actions and reactions. So we are not independent in our actions. Everything is happening by the will of the Lord. He didn't speak. It said we are. He directly didn't speak about Krishna, about Vishnu, but overall that karma, we are responsible for our actions and things are happening by providence, like that. An impersonal way comes spoke the philosophy, which is right. So, having heard his words, Devaki and Vasudeva, they were saintly people anyway. Forgiveness is their quality, as their nature. So, now Vasudeva will start speaking. So, they forgave. They forgave Kamsa, seeing his real repentance. It said, by the will of the Lord, Kamsa got the temporarily that realization. He's not in that stage of realization, but the circumstances Kamsa could get to that stage, and temporarily he begged for forgiveness from such exalted Vaishnavas, Vasudeva and Devaki. They begged for forgiveness, sincerely begged for forgiveness during that time. Then now Devaki has forgiven, Devaki has forgiven, Vasudeva also has forgiven. But he said, they always, as devotees, they understand that everything is happening under the will of the Lord, under the plan of the Lord. Nothing happens without the Lord's plan. So they could
I
see.
believe it is not the realization that they got. It is because of Devi. They are the believers. These people are the believers of the deity. They are Devi. Because Devi said something, so he accepted everything, and he came out with this
Yes.
spiritual
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah. In fact, Prabhupada writes here, what he writes. By the grace of the Lord, Kamsa felt sincere regret for having unnecessarily persecuted such Vaishnavas as Devaki and Vasudeva, and thus came to the transcendental stage of knowledge. Because I am situated on the platform of knowledge, Kamsa said, understanding that I am not at all the killer of your sons, I have no responsibility for your death. As long as I thought that I would be killed by your son, I was in ignorance. But now I am free from the ignorance, which was due to a bodily conception of life. So it happens sometimes. This is Smashan Vairagya or whatever, different ways. Kamsa felt that, such a understanding, felt that realization. Many reasons. So now Vasudeva and Devaki also accepted. Yes, it's the will of the Lord. Devotees always accept the will of the Lord. And they also saw, they heard the prophecy that the eighth child will kill. And by the will of the Lord, the eighth child did take birth from their womb, from Devaki's womb. And now the child is safe with Yashoda. So, and he doesn't know, Kamsa doesn't know that child has taken birth. And he tried his best in whichever way he can kill. Even before the child was born, he wanted to get rid of Devaki. So he thought, if I get rid of Devaki, then where is the child coming out of Devaki? He tried. But Vasudeva saved the situation. And after that, he thought, anyway, it's eighth child. So he was not ready to kill the first child. But Narada visited Kamsa and said, it can be any child. Little confused him. So he started killing all the children. One, two, three. So he went on killing 6 children. But eighth child he could not. So Vasudeva Devaki, they know, yes, the Lord's will is there. And Lord, they prayed wonderfully to the Lord when the Lord appeared. So he's safe and he will do when he wants to do. Krishna could have immediately killed Kamsa, just like Narsimhadev came and immediately killed Hiranyakashipu. He did not wait for some time. He did not have to take birth. He did not have to grow. Nothing. Hiranyakashipu, he just killed. He wanted to kill. He decided he killed. Because Prahlada was severely tormented. The Lord was just waiting. And finally, the Lord Similarly, now Kamsa, he had done enough, but still Krishna wanted to have his Vrindavana pastimes without any disturbance. That is the main reason. So the Lord has got himself transported and he is there in Vrindavana. And Vrindavana, he will display his original Vrindavana Leela. So there, even there, Kamsa keeps sending so many demons. So which Krishna wants to kill. So he will send one by one Putana, Trinavarta, Shakatasura, Agasura, Bakasura, Vyomasura, the friends of Krishna, Kamsa. Krishna wanted to kill all of them. So Kamsa will, by arrangement of the Lord, will keep sending. Krishna has his wonderful pastimes with his Vrindavana Vasis, with the Gopas, with the Gopis, with Mother Yashoda. But side by side, these people are coming, so he's killing them also. So Krishna is doing both. And finally, he'll come back. Kamsa will send Akrura, and then Krishna will come to Mathura and finally kill Kamsa. So Vasudeva and Devaki, they know that Krishna has come. The prophecy will come true. So now, what is the point in unnecessarily Kamsa having some ill will towards him? Naturally, their 6 children are killed. They will definitely have that ill will. They will definitely have some. What is this kind of person? This cruel person? He has killed our 6 children. They will naturally have that animosity. So, but still, because Kamsa spoke so highly of the truth, and he sincerely regretted, sincerely repented, they forgave. As elevated souls, as highly elevated souls, they forgave. It is said they forgave. And in the we can hear from Vasudev. Vasudev, now Kamsa has spoken such nice philosophy. What will be the philosophy spoken by Vasudeva? Vasudeva will speak very nicely now. He will speak, yes, everything is happening by the will of the Lord. And so long we are in the bodily concept of life, we are in ignorance. And we are in Maya, we are in illusion. So Vasudeva will speak. Vasudeva is really exalted personality and who is really in absolute truth, who is really in the Vasudeva platform. So he will speak. And then he will really, he will further console Kamsa, because Kamsa was crying. Kamsa was feeling repentant. He was crying. He exhibited tears. So Krishna, Kamsa, Vasudeva says, "Don't worry, don't cry." He will further encourage him like that. He will give some words of solace to him further. Vasudeva. Actually, they have gone to such pain. 6 children are killed, but they are transcendental personalities, and Krishna has personally appeared as their son. So they are in great ecstasy, basically, being Krishna as their son. So Vasudeva will accept these words and is going to speak now. And the point today was everything is being happening by the will of the Lord. All the material world, spiritual world, everything happens by the will of the Lord. Spiritual world, the Lord is personally there, and everything is for His pleasure. In the Vaikunthas, in the Goloka, all the living entities are happily serving the Lord. Material world, it's a prison house, it's a jail. Even though it's a jail, it's happening by the will of the government. The government has full control. They have their laws, criminal laws. Those of the citizens who don't want to accept the civil laws, they will come under the criminal laws. So all of us in this material world, we have come to this jail. We are not independent. We think we are independent. We think we can do anything. We feel like that. But Krishna's criminal laws are there. The 3 modes are there. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Prakrite kriyamanani, gunai karmani sarvasha. Ahankara vimudatma, kartaham iti manyate. Actually, whatever I am doing, whatever I am thinking, whatever I am, whichever way my action is, I am not independent. But only under illusion, I am thinking I am the doer. I am the person who is responsible. Ahankara, under ahankara. But actually, who is doing? Prakriti. Prakriti kriyamanani, gunai karmani, sarvasha. All the things are going on by the guna. So I associate myself with a particular guna. Sometimes I associate myself with tamoguna. So I act in that tamasic manner, in an irresponsible manner, in a sinful manner. Sometimes I associate with rajoguna. Then I think this is good for me. This is for my enjoyment. This is my happiness. I act like that. Sometimes I come to sattva-guna. Then I understand, oh no, this is not good. This is good. I come to some sanity, some knowledge. And I act like that. And I'm thinking, I am doing like that. I did something good for others. I did something beneficial for the society. But actually, that is also because I associate with Sattva-guna, I am under the Prakriti. I am not independent. Prakriti kriyamani gunai karmani sarvasha. Ahankara vimudatma. Actually, I am vimuda. I am a completely uh, muda, rascal, muda under ignorance. Vimudatma. Kartaham iti manit. I am thinking I am the responsible. I am not responsible. The 5 factors of action we were discussing. The 5 factors are, one is even the materially. The 5 factors are, one is place, adhisthana, place. Then person, karta. Then instruments, karana. Then 4th cause, endeavor, our effort, prayatna. So then 5th cause is daiva, the Lord. So materialist, when so long I am a materialist, I see only the first 4 factors. I don't see the 5th factor, the Lord. And I think that okay, I can change the destiny. I can change the activity. If I can little more believe in myself, work, I can endeavor, I can work hard, I can do things better. So probably the place where what I thought will be good for my business or not good. Probably the endeavor, the efforts were not proper. So I try to adjust these things, 4 things. But the 5th factor always is Daiva, the Lord. And he is the main person. The spiritualist knows he is the main cause for anything. Main reserve for cause for the result, main cause for any success or failure. Everything he decides. If he wants it should be successful, even though the 4 factors I may be not competent to do, it can come out successful. Generally, it will not happen. Generally, some minimum effort from our side is required. Krishna tells Arjuna, you, not that you sleep, and I will fight for you and I will win the war. Krishna says, you become an instrument. Krishna says to Arjuna, Nimitta matra bhava savya sachi. You become my nimitta. So you have to do your effort. You have to do your work. But then after that, the result, it's not in your hands. But for in your case, you are a pure devotee and I want this war to happen. So you'll definitely win. But our case, we don't know what will happen every moment. But Krishna says you do your best. But understanding that Krishna is the ultimate cause. And sometimes with our best efforts, with our everything, we think it should be successful, this effort, this work, this particular endeavor. It will not happen. If Krishna decides, Krishna mare rake ke, mare Krishna rake ke, rake Krishna mare ke. So if Krishna has decided that you will not be protected, so whatever I do for my protection, nothing will work. I can have so many different ways for my own protection. So Prahlad Maharaj says, my Lord, if you have decided that a child has to die, the child has got best of the well-wishers, parents. Which parents want the child to die? They will ready to spend in the nice hospital, good doctors, up-to-date medicine, everything they are ready to spend. But if the Lord's will is not there, the child will die. In spite of best medicine, best well-wisher parents. So it is like that. So Mare Krishna Rake ke, Rake Krishna Mare. And if suppose Krishna wants to protect, nobody can kill. Nobody can kill. Nobody can kill. Nobody can kill. Prahlad Maharaj, how many ways Hiranyakashipu tried? No way. He did not spare any way in which way we can kill somebody. With weapons, with throwing from the top of a mountain, then burning in a fire, then putting all the poisonous snakes and giving poisoning him. So many different ways. But every way he tried, he could not kill. So it was like, finally he thought, with my own hand I will kill. Because all this time I was arranging somebody to kill. But now I will kill him myself. So then that was when the Lord came as Narsimhadev and protected Prahlad. So the Lord protection, Mare Krishna Rake ke, Rake Krishna Mare. So Vasudeva and Devaki, they are devotees, they are exalted devotees. They have got Krishna as their son. So they immediately forgave. And anyway, the Lord's plan is unfolding. He has appeared in Vrindavana, and then he will definitely kill Kamsa. He'll definitely kill. His plan has to happen. They know that. Even though Kamsa has repented, whatever, uh, they know the Kamsa is we cannot believe. Like Vasudeva also in the beginning, when Kamsa gave back the first child, the first child was born. Vasudeva dutifully went and gave the child to Kamsa. And then Kamsa said, no, 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 no. Why you are giving me the first child? It is the danger coming from the eighth child. So don't worry. You take the child. So Vasudeva was surprised. Oh, Kamsa is giving is back the child. But he knew Kamsa is not to be believed. He's a person who has no word of honor. His senses are not controlled. So because his senses are not controlled, he may say something at this moment, but next moment he will change. So it's a lesson for us that unless we are controlling the senses, we cannot be truthful. Though we may want to, though we hear the philosophy, unless we are controlling our senses, our mind, that Dridhavrata is not there. It's difficult to even live up to our word. We commit something, we take the oaths, but difficult to live up to it. So Kamsa was like that, such a person. So after that, when Narad Muni visited, immediately he again imprisoned Vasudeva and Devaki and killed the first child. So he's not known to be is not known for his word of honor. Now again he will do. Now Kamsa will after this sincere regret, after freeing Vasudeva and Devaki, he will go back and all the ministers are there. His wonderful association he has, Asat Sangha. So they will tell him, "Oh, you are so great, you are so powerful. So when you are raise your eyebrows, the devatas are all afraid. They cannot face you. But somehow something has happened. Some gadbad has happened. So let us get into killing all the children because Devi has already said that child has come. So we will see that no child in last 10 days can live. Whoever has taken birth in last 10 days. So they will again start killing not only 6 children, now hundreds and thousands of children they're ready to kill. So, yeah. Now, also, always, even now, the Lord's will goes on. Every time, everything is happening with the will of the Lord. Nothing happens without the will of the Lord. Like we hear, the acharyas, they live on that platform, the pure devotees. Every moment, every second, they understand that it is happening by will of the Lord. But in our conditioned state, we keep questioning why this happened, how this happened, and we try to understand. It should not have happened like this. It should have like this. We have our own things. But pure devotees see every time it's the will of the Lord, and they are very peaceful because they accept it as the will of the Lord. They are very peaceful. They accept it as the will of the Lord. So they do not regret if some failure happens in their efforts. They are not regretting. But we, in our effort, some failure happens, we become morose. We feel, oh, again failure, again no success. So we become dull. But acharyas are not. So they do their best, but they know it's will of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada, through his whole life, fully determined. He received order from his guru that he should spread this message around the world. So he was trying. So much failure one after another. In India, so-called failure. His own family were not cooperating. He wanted in this family life itself to spread the message. He wrote the Bhagavad Gita commentary, and his wife sold it for some tea and biscuits. So he accepted. Okay. But then it became a turning point. He took up Vanaprastha, took up sannyas. Srila Prabhupada used to get in the dreams his guru coming. He is such a great personality. We will not get like that. We don't get in the dreams the Lord or the Guru, Acharya. We are not getting. But Srila Prabhupada, being a pure devotee, is a spiritual master. He used to come in the dreams and used to take sannyas. Prabhupada's Guru. And Prabhupada says, oh, how I can do? I have a family, I have a responsibility. How I can do this? What's the pure devotee that? So finally, he took sannyas. So things such a way it turned out. His own wife sold his manuscript of Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada asked her, what do you want? You want me or you want tea? So she said, I want tea. She did not say seriously. Nobody will say like that. But she thought it's some joke. And she said, I want tea. And Prabhupada left and never came back. So, and then he went to Jhansi. He established League of Devotees. And things were happening nicely. so much support came, and there was this availability of a big place to start the preaching. It was some very famous building, very huge place, some place, and all the local leaders were supportive. They were saying, yes, Srila Prabhupada should get that place to launch his movement as a center for League of Devotees. Then everything, Prabhupada registers League of Devotees. Then he is waiting for the clearance. Then governor's wife, she wants that building to be made as a place for ladies club. Ladies club, they have in Mangalore, we have ladies club. So what they do, they gather together and they keep talking about what happened in next house, what happened in there, what happened politics, the whole Gramya Katha they will start, and they will have they will drink tea, they will play cards. So all these things will go on. Ladies club. So she wanted, the governor's wife, that in Jhansi this building we will use for a ladies club. And she's a very powerful personality. So Srila Prabhupada was promised this place, then didn't get the place. So Prabhupada accepted this is the will of Krishna. In spite of all the efforts, he registered it, and the whole plan is set forth, and is getting the support. He wanted the training to happen, the training the disciples, and then he can send them across around the world. It didn't happen. So he accepted the will of the Lord. And then Srila Prabhupada moves towards Vrindavan. And there he's sitting in the Radha Damodar temple and he's writing peacefully. He's translating. And he's started printing magazine, the Back to Godhead magazine, with great struggle. Somebody told him, why don't you print books? Because magazine people will read for some time and then they'll throw it. Not throw it. Generally, magazine is not so much valued. It is understood that it's only for a particular time. This is this month issue, the next is next month issue. They think like that. So better will be books. Books will be like, yes, even though it's books, it's a book, magazine, but still the psychology of the magazine is you can give a small content. You don't give the big content. You just introduce them to some understanding, some philosophy like that. But book is more better. So Prabhupada, yes, it's a revelation by my guru, by Krishna. He took it like that and started writing Bhagavatam books. So he made it point to publish them in 3 volumes. And then he went. So he was seeing the will of the Lord slowly unfolding. And we see so much struggle through the whole thing. But Prabhupada said, Krishna kept me very comfortably. He's alone, he's without any money, he's without any supporters, nobody is coming forward. We will be completely frustrated. And he says, no, Krishna nicely protected him. That is a acharya, that is a pure devotee. Completely sees everything as a will of God. And then the movement after struggle started, he had 108 centers, so many disciples. He was the same acharya. And then towards the end, 1977 May, his health was little becoming difficult. And Prabhupada was, they took Prabhupada to Rishikesh. And then his health was not completely recovering. So he said, now I've finished my work. My guru told me I should start this mission. I've completed it. I've given the books. Now you people should continue. I've trained you people. So Prabhupada trained so many disciples. So he said, now I have to die. Let me die in Vrindavan. So he told, take me to Vrindavan. So all the disciples started crying. Because without him, how they will continue their spiritual life? So they brought him to Vrindavan. And then so many months, they tried to get some medication, things like that. Prabhupada decided, no, I will leave my body. I have done my duty. I will leave now. But disciples wanted Prabhupada to live more. So they were trying. They were trying to get some doctors. And Prabhupada was not much interested in the Western medicine. So some Ayurvedic physicians and so many things. But still, the health kept going down so long, so much time. But because the disciples want him to live, Prabhupada was also saying, okay, you bring a Kavaraj, let them try. But he did not personally want to live anymore like that. He had done his job. And we have his purport, beautiful purport. Even towards the end, the same Krishna book we are reading, it will come. So Prabhupada writes, he's sitting on his bed and his body is completely frail, without, looks like completely emancipated. But still his whole consciousness is full Krishna consciousness in transcendental position. He is telling everything is happening by the will of the Lord. Like here he's writing the purport as they are saying Kamsa and Vasudeva. Similarly, Prabhupada also is saying everything is happening, everything is moving with the will of the Lord. So Acharya is in that moment to moment, they are in that situation. Yeah. So in a conditioned state, when we touch Krishna, when we touch the Acharya, that moment we also understand, yes, everything is moving under the will of the Lord. But again, we default, we come back to our mode. Sattva guna, Raja guna, Tama guna, we fall back. That is our condition. But Vasudeva and Devaki, they are every moment seeing everything is a will of God. So Lord Chaitanya has also willed that every town and village, these things will be. It is the will of the Lord. It's the will of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No, nothing can stop. Prithvi te ache yato nagaradi grama sarvatra pracharo ebe mora nama. So it's will of the Lord. It will happen. It will happen. It has to happen. Okay, I think we'll stop the class for today. Hare Krishna.